I think the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Europe is very well positioned. We have technological hubs in the UK and in Germany, as you said, in the Nordics as well. We also have prominent university and science parks, particularly in the UK. Promote entrepreneurship and where companies are created. So I think the two ecosystems are becoming more and more similar because they are also they follow the fundings, right? So it's where you have a lot of equity and funding to support those startups from the early stage. It's more likely that the entrepreneur will start a company in the ecosystem, right? So the more the gap between, or funding gap between the US and Europe is getting closer, is shortening, the more I believe it would not make a difference. I think now is a perfect timing for BBVA Spark to expand geographically. BBVA Spark has managed to acquire expertise with the asset class and while lending very successfully in its core geo, so that being Spain and Latin, and for nearly 3 years. So I believe that is a perfect timing to enter a new ecosystem where we have already a strong relationship built over years, and where there is a need for a player like BBVA Spark that can understand the customer from a point of view of banking perspective as well as the fund perspective, because we can be the financing partner that is both entrepreneurial as well as your banker. My personal opinion would be for the European tech startup and their investors to continue in this really beautiful wave of try to get their company to reach profitability where they can, or at least show the ability to reach profitability. I think that is a trend in a hyper-valuation market where everybody was focusing on growing the top line and less focus on the metrics, was very much in trend and attracted a lot of investment due to the valuation. Now it's another market. It's another market where everybody actually need to focus more on building businesses again, which is a good thing, surely is a good thing, and businesses that will be there to stay, and they're not gonna just pursue growth at all costs, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and I quite prefer this market now. Yeah, we're gonna see if we're gonna have continue to have the gap of funding from the between the US and Europe. Let's see, there are more players coming into the market from an equity perspective, from a venture debt perspective. Look, BBVA Spark, we have capital to deploy that we want to deploy safely in attractive VC-backed technology companies, but so are new growth funds that are being formed. So let's see, it's too early to tell if we're going to close the gap. Well, venture capital in Europe is evolving, has been evolving for the past 20 years. So in a way, the VC ecosystem is a direct consequence of how successful the tech ecosystem in Europe is. Because when you have amazing exit, when you have IPOs, you know, all these entrepreneurs are likely to start VC funds. This is what's happening in Germany. In Germany was around 2014, 15, was the raise of a new new guys around the block, amazing new VCs set up. So this is still happening. It's still happening. I think it's more a situation of how much these venture capital funds at all different stages are raising, and also in Europe versus the US, we have a gap that thankfully is being filled of growth investors. We need more growth investors. There are, they raise 1 billion funds, that they bridge the gap from the Series A, B, and to the big guys. I think BBVA Spark Summit is hugely important for us. It's an annual event that allows, first and foremost, to show to the ecosystem what we have done in the last year, and how active we have been in supporting VC-backed technology companies, growing technology companies in our core geos, being Spain, LATAM, and now the UK and continental Europe, and connecting those entrepreneurs with our ecosystem, as well as the investor support in those companies. And I can see this growing exponentially year over year. So it's something that we will refine, and it will be bigger and bigger.